Who is it? I'm dust and ashes. Well, I too am dust and ashes, so come in. And this is how the Baal Shem Tov had greeted his greatest opponent. The man asked him to come in and sit down. Baal Shem Tov did so. And the man immediately realized that he had made a mistake by judging the Baal Shem Tov improperly. Because if we are all created from the dust of the ground, then how can we have controversy between us? My friends, the only reason for controversy is gaiva. There's too much pride in oneself. They think they're better than another. You know, the old school of thought is that if it's not done my way, it's not the correct way. It's not the best way, and others have to improve. But it takes a realization of humility, which only can come from humility, that I am dust and ashes, and you are dust and ashes, and therefore there can be many different parallel ways in order to get to a point. And today we see things, many of us, in black and white. We see not individuals, we see people, regard them as far as the negativity or the extreme of their movement that they're involved in. We don't even see them for the good in the movement that they're in. And we certainly don't look at them as an individual. But rather we look at them and think, why isn't he more like me? He should be more like me. He should do what I do. He should also play tennis. How can he not play tennis? He should be learning the Kwazmagaluka Rebbe's Svarim, but he's not. He's learning the Shmagalika Bugu Rebbe's Svarim. But it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. A person should give what they have, their specialness, to another person. If they're into the Kwazmagaluka Rebbe, then they should talk over this. They should bring this light to the fellow beings. But not in order to change them, not in order to draw them to their way. That's not a way of a humble perspective. But rather, just to give that person light, to help them on their path. You should find the good within you, that you can make that, can give to that, to your chaver, your friend. And you should see him for his uniqueness, not for what you want him to be. Why do people see the negativity in another? Because they're unwilling to look for that for the negativity within themselves. And the Gemara teaches us, the Talmud teaches us, that usually what a person sees negative in another is that same quality is negative within themselves, and that's why they're pointing to their friend and telling their friend that they have to do better. When it's not their friend that needs to do this tshuva, usually, this repentance, but usually it's them. So here we are in a gullus, in a exile, where our biggest enemy is not Hezbollah, it's not Iran, but it's us, because we failed to show the love and respect for our fellow Jews. And this starts right now with humility, with bittul. I'm not the greatest person in the world. I don't know it all. And from every person, no matter how they grew up, no matter how much knowledge they have, I can learn something from them. And I can become a better person. And this is the way of the Baal Shem Tov. This is the way of Chassidus. This is the way of Judaism itself. We shouldn't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. And you know what? People in the world are crying out because they need love. They need respect. What does a child want? What does a teenager want? He just wants his parent to respect him. They just want him to recognize his uniqueness and specialness. So let's start giving that to our friends, to our family, to our children. That respect, that love, that encouragement that they need, not the harshness, the musar that can tear them into pieces. But let's build them. Let's build the seeds of the world.